Hello Forever Endeavors. YouTube. So I found this on Marketplace. I was looking for an enclosure to test my 15s with, and the picture didn't do it justice. It looked like it was just a small little subwoofer box. So I pressed a little more and asked her to send measurements, and it's like 20 by 20 square. So it's huge, and it's got a 15 in it, and that also wasn't included in the pictures. So not sure what it is yet, but looks like a cast basket. And got a Pro Audio speak-on connector. And suspension feels good. Doesn't feel like there's any voice coil rub. It's a sealed box. And I have this foot right here in my van. So gonna pop it open and see what we got in here. Alright, all the screws are out. Even if the sub is bad, we can also repair it. But really, the reason I got this was for the enclosure to do testing on the channel build speakers. Man, things like glued in there. Got it. Yep. There we go. It's out. Whoa. Holy smokes. That is not a cheap sub right there. Four-on Dayton, 4-spoke basket, large double stack motor, 4-on Dayton with a double 4-spoke basket. See see what the ohm load says on the voice coil. That's crazy. You can still find deals on Marketplace. Reading 5 ohms on the voice coil. No rubbing. We're in good shape. Actually, it's closer to 4. Yeah, 4 ohms once I moved it around a little bit. I'm stoked. I don't know if it's going to be a little generic subwoofer or what. It's a good one, yeah. And the cabinet's real good. It's got bracing in it, and I know, show us, right? Cabinet's got nice bracing in it, and good foam. I'm going to forego the speak-on connector, do something else there. It's a double thick baffle. Everything's braced everywhere. Yeah, I'm stoked. That was really cool. I'm gonna hook this up and see what it does. So I've had this thing about 4 hours now, and totally beside myself with it. Everything works like a champ. I changed it around. Feet were here, and you know, it was designed to fire down into the floor. I flipped it over, obviously, inverted the sub, took the feet off, touched this up with a little paint for right now until I do something different. I put some hardware store feet on the bottom and just hooked it up, and it is hooked up with the rest of my stereo, and it sounds incredible. This is what we were running before, the 3-kicker 10s. They sounded good, but they were good to about high 30s, low 40s hertz, and they would start to kind of drop off, roll off. And this is down in the 20s for sure. So I've got one channel of the Carver going to 2 of the 10s, so they're at 8 ohms because they're, 4 ohms. They're 8 ohms a piece, so they're wired in parallel. And that's got 2 10s at 4, and the other one's just idle. It's just sitting there. The other channel is going to this, and this is 4 ohms. It seems to like it a lot, so it's working out real good. Hold it right. So anyway, these are hardware store L brackets, and I just drilled a hole through the top and soldered the wires in with the crossover wires, and came out real nice. So found these on Macari, these tweeters. I think they were $50 for the set. This whole thing is really budget, this whole system. This one, tweeter's blown on it also. Doesn't matter because we got the horns. So this is carrying my sub bass now. I got the Harman Kardon running the bookshelves, and I still have 2 channels on it I'm not using, so I have room to add a couple more bookshelf speakers. And this was running all the bass, Carver. And I got the sub output on the Harman Kardon subwoofer output going to this. So basically, I just leave the gains about halfway on the Carver. I turn the volume up to this, about here, roughly. And I have this little Amazon Bluetooth deal. And I just play whatever I want off of YouTube. And yeah, it's working good. So yeah, I'm beside myself with this thing. So I'm still needing a box for my other 15s. They're kind of I can't just bolt them into any box because they have ears on all the mounts. So I'd have to cut the wood or something. Initially when I bought this thing, I bought it thinking this was no good, or it was a cheap sub or something. And I just wanted the box, and really ended up with a top-notch setup. And what this is it's a Dayton Audio 15, and then they sell this box as a flat pack, and the subs go for about $300, $299 I think, and this whole setup is about $400, and you got to build the enclosure. They send just like a flat pack. It may be partially assembled, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So I haven't been totally keeping track, but I don't have much money in this whole system. So we got 60. I inherited these bookshelves. 50 in the horns. I inherited the Harman Kardon. Got that from church. They just gave it to me because it was going in the dumpster because they didn't think it worked. And I fixed it. Or it didn't work, and I fixed it. And then I bought these like 15 years ago for $100. So less than $300 on this whole stereo. Yeah. So when I picked this up, the girl was like, "You won't believe people were trying to beat her up on the price on this. I guess because they didn't know what it was or whatever, or it's just because Marketplace is a dumpster fire anyway. But it was $60, and they were trying to beat her up on the price. I said, "Oh, the foot's broken," you know, whatever. It's unbelievable, man. I'm glad they didn't come get it. Glad they didn't come get it. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening, and we'll make another video when we start putting our other subs together. Good night.